And this is entitled The Legend of the Bluebonnet, an old tale of Texas. And so I thought it was fitting, especially because tomorrow is the first day of spring, and it is bluebonnet season here. So I've been paying a little more attention to the beauty of the wildflowers, particularly the bluebonnet. And I got this book about a week ago. I ordered it, and I didn't realize how deeply it would speak to me. So I've kind of kept it close to my heart all week, and it's just been working on me and inspiring me. And so I wanted to share it with you all. The book is a little long to read through, so I think in a quicker time I can just kind of tell you all the stories. I wanted to share it with you all. So this is from the Comanche tribe, who lived in this very spot where we're sitting right now. Yes, Nathaniel?
What is the What is who's
They are a tribe of Native American and indigenous people who lived in this land before the settlers. And they had a very beautiful culture and a very close relationship with nature. So this is about a young girl who is from that tribe. And so many years ago in this region, there was a great drought and famine that was causing a lot of hardship for the people of that Comanche tribe. And a lot of members of the tribe lost their life due to those hardships. And this young girl lost her entire family. And droughts and famines tend to be hardest on those who are very young and those who are very old. And so there were not many children who survived. So she didn't have many companions.
But she survived.
Yes. And she didn't have her parents. So much so that her name was She Who Stands Alone. So you can imagine what that must have been like for her. Yeah.
Stands alone.
So what she did have, though, was a beautiful artisan doll that her parents made for her. Every aspect of it was handmade, and it was very striking and beautiful, and she loved it dearly. It had beaded leggings and beautiful moccasins and a polished bone belt and a leather fringe vest and a very vivid and dazzling blue jay feather in its head dress that her father had gathered for her. So she kept this doll close with her and loved it dearly, and it was pretty much all she had. So the tribe had all kind of gathered together, and they were discussing what the Great Spirits wanted of them to help to restore life to their land. And what they determined was that the Great Spirits had felt like the people of that tribe had become selfish and become too concerned with material possessions. And so what the Great Spirits wanted was for them to show greater gratitude for nature and for the land, and to do that they had to offer a sacrifice of the thing that was the most valued among them. And so in those conversations, there was a lot of kind of comments people were kind of making to themselves about, well, you know, surely it's not my brand new bow, or surely it's not my prized pottery, or it's not my special blanket. So there was not any resolution in that meeting, and everyone went to sleep. However, she who stands alone went to the holy hill, and she made a fire, and she presented her prized doll to the heavens. This is a picture of her holding up her beautiful doll. And then she had a moment of courage and love and unselfishness. And you can see this moment.
She sacrificed her doll.
Yes, this moment of letting go. And she parted with her dear doll into the fire. And then once it burned and the ashes cooled, she gathered the ashes and spread them to the four winds. Can you see the ashes there? And then she fell asleep on the holy hill. And she was awoken the next morning by joyous shouts and laughter. And she looked out over the hills, and spreading all throughout the hills were these beautiful blue wildflowers. Yes, the bluebonnets, whose vivid, striking color matched the blue jay feather that was in her doll's hairdress. And she knew that this was a sign that the great spirits had forgiven the people and blessed them. And the rains and the buffalo came back to the land. And here's a picture of a warm rain that began to fall. So I wanted to just take a little bit of time to honor this young girl and her courage and her love. She also received a new name from her tribe after this miraculous sacrifice that she made. And the new name that she received was She Who Dearly Loved Her People. What a fitting name for her. So I wanted to honor her. Yes. So I was grateful to be inspired by her, and her story is still working on me. Sometimes I can be really attached to my material possessions, but she really shows that life is in the giving and not in the accumulation. So will you pray with me? Dear God,